part 2 of this Camille Pissarro painting, and this wonderful painting that he painted, I believe in 1897, could be wrong, but anyway, this was a segment of his painting that we've cropped to do on our phone. You can see beautiful brush strokes, such a sort of feeling of you're there, isn't it? Almost like you're there, and you can feel the warm sun, cascading down. But this is the beauty of artists; they can convey the essence and the mood, just through their painting, and this is one of them. So you can see I was showing you how I did I used the line brush only, and I used a broad brush, the line brush here. As you can see, there's a bunch of other brushes you can use, but don't let brushes dictate how you're going to do. I'm not a slave to my tools. I'm a master of my tools. That's how I would like to put myself forward. If you're a slave to the tools, you're not learning art techniques. You're essentially relying on, too dependent on the art, on the tools. And you've seen when I made this first part of the drawing, I did not access tool after tool except for this beautiful color picker, which is like, I call it the infinite color pot, just like in traditional. So then on the last stage of the first part, we decided we're going to stick to 100% and do this part of this tree. You can see here how I did that using the 100% setting, and this setting allows for clear-cut divisions of the colors. You can see here, like blocky, right? Then I decided that I'm going to take this down to 50% and keep it at 2% approximately, and do the right side of this. You can see a wonderfully blend of colors are coming in. That's exactly what's needed in order to do this. So I decided I'm going to stick with that and continue with the rest of the painting to see what we can do. Of course, we zoom in, right? The beauty of zooming in, keeping 100% allows us to pick these minuscule tones, and then see, we just scribble, scribble, scribble. Wonderful action. And this, you may think that you're not learning anything, but you're learning a great deal. Trust me, you're learning a hell of a lot when it comes to painting, because I can do painting on this phone without the use of trace bar, because most people draw from reference or from plein air, when they go outside and look at the beautiful scene. That's how people painted. Cézanne painted that way, and so many other painters of his time. Van Gogh was huge on going outside to the fields and the surrounding areas and taking his canvas. And then if the weather was bad, he would come indoors and then sit in his room, paint a chair, paint himself, looking at the mirror. So there's always a beauty to painting reality. And if you want to paint from imagination, you've got to have the skill sets in the first place. There's no point painting from imagination when you don't have any art skills, and there are loads of art skills. I'm learning all the time, and I have been painting and drawing for 10 years or more, yeah. So just to let you know that there's always something to learn. And you've come to the right place, because you're now, you're learning from me, right? And this is all free, not charging you for it. So let me show you, for newcomers to this Paintology stream, and welcome you. And let me show you a few quick resources to. This is typically what I'm using to draw. This is my phone on my hand, and this is the device you're watching me draw. And then I have many examples of paintings in the YouTube channel. You can check for yourself, hundreds, to keep you happy. But more importantly, I'm trying to teach you techniques that other people do not use. And let me show you the resource here. First, paintology.com, then go to this page. You'll go down here and see all the live streams I've done today. So take full advantage of it while it's free, because I have to start monetizing, as you know. I've been working on this for 5 years through the goodness of my heart and, of course, lots of passion developing the app and also the techniques. So what else? Paintology.quora.com. Another, please go to this Paintology, follow me on here. You'll see hundreds of art-related pictures, paintings, techniques, and talking about even traditional, because I do come from traditional, and I have excellent traditional, because I have paintings hanging on people's walls, my paintings. I'm not just digital art, I'm a traditional, and that's where most of my techniques have come from and applied to digital, and teaching you these techniques. So look at this one. This is a drawing of the Cafe Terrace by Vincent van Gogh, and this is my drawing on the phone. Pretty good, eh? I'm quite impressed with that. Huh? So this is the technique, which is easy for you to learn. It's nothing rocket science. So what I'm showing you, well, let's go back to a drawing. Is very, very easy. You have your phone, Android phone, or even your tablet, and then you just do exactly what I'm doing. It's very easy. Trace mode here. Right? Anyone can do this, but it's going to teach you very fundamental techniques. So I'm at the just above the midpoint, which means I can use my infinite color picker and then just pick these tones and just pick the tones that are supposed to be on this in this tree area, and then just so color picker, and then I pick a tone and then I just go over it, and then I pick another color picker and I pick a different color, I just go over it. Okay, that's all it is. Right, don't go too far away, just pick the color picker. Okay, in fact I'm thinking I should have had another idea while I was doing this. So remember, I'm at 50% and 2%. I'm just doing this. I'm not even looking at my drawing. I'm just following what these tones are. I'm usually aiming for the dark tones, you can see here, which is fine. And then just going over it, just like we did on that tall tree on the right. So please visit part 1, and you can watch this, and then you have part 1 you can start from. This is part 2, if you're not sure how I got here, and then you can try it for yourself. Just give it a scribble, right? I usually focus on these darker tones that are happening and then just scribble. Basically, it's a very scribbly mark. The reason why you're probably hesitant about drawing is because you feel that you're gonna do something bad, isn't it? You know, when you come to art, there's nothing bad or anything. You learn. If you're not going to do something, you're never going to learn. You're always going to find an excuse for not doing it. Right there. I'll just go down just using this brush. And I just want to see what it's like. I'm going all the way down to that base of that tree. We're zoomed in like 700%. That's a pretty high magnification. Right. Just use a scribbly mark. Nothing new. Right there. You never know what you're going to learn if you do this. You'll never know if you don't try it, right? Simple as that. And then you're never going to go if you're going to be hesitant, because you're never going to get anywhere beyond your hesitancy. This digital is so forgiving, more so than traditional, because with traditional, it's really hard to go back, isn't it? Well, with digital, you can go over it and over it again. The paper, will never tire like the paper when you draw over it. Eventually, the tooth becomes flattened and you can't do anymore. Right? And you can't go over it and expect the same results like digital can. The great beauty of digital, there's something nice about it. And I've been doing this for quite a while now, a few years. I did some paintings in traditional about a couple of years ago, and that was fun. I like my knife impasto painting. Just scribble, 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 scribble. We may create a new type of effect. You never know, right? By doing this. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Remember we started here? Scribble, scribble, scribble. Can you see there's a line here? So we're gonna try and phase out that line. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Color picker, scribble, scribble, scribble. Why am I picking the color picker? Because every time I land on it, I'm picking a different color. Land on it, different color. Land, different color. The color that's on that canvas. That's all it is. Okay. This smaller brush, we can get into the tiny details. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to sell some of my artwork. You know, I may do actually. Because I need to raise a bit more money. Well, not raise some money. I need to definitely raise some money. Because all this is not giving me any return, really. Not yet. But thanks to you, though, for your support. I've got almost close to 300,000 YouTube subscribers. Take a look and see what it looks like. What do you say? Look at that blue, lovely blue haze. Let's have a look. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to do the top half with the sky and see what that's like. Let me get rid of that weird tone. That's not bad. I'm going to try and add a little bit of texture. This is a smaller brush, so we need to work our way. Oh, come off it. Hate it when that happens. Sorry, this is when... Let's see what happens. Maybe we've created a new effect. Who knows? You never know if you don't try, right? Well, let's see what we do. Can do a little bit of the sky. Remember, you can pick some of these tones, whatever tones that takes you fancy. But remember that you got that yellow tone, and then just scribble, scribble, scribble. Color says scribble, scribble, scribble. Just do scribble, scribble, scribble. Color picker, scribble, scribble, scribble. Color picker, scribble, scribble, scribble. You think there are just a few tones here, but I'm going to show you how many tones Pissarro's managed to put on his canvas. It looks deceptively like simple set of tones, but look at that. Look at all these tones he's put on his canvas. All the colors. He had a big color palette, even though it was in a smaller range. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Let's go up here. Scribble, scribble. Color picker, scribble, scribble. So we're going to create something very similar to Pissarro. I think that's looking really good, isn't it? I'm going to probably, you know what? I think I've only got time to do this because it's a very small brush. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm probably going to finish it off at some other time. We'll see how it goes, yeah? We don't know. Just scribble, scribble, and you'll find that the volume gets filled up very quickly wherever your scribble, scribble ends up, right? We're not exactly following his painting because it would take too long, because he's got very intricate paintwork going on with different colors. That's a little hard to replicate, but I managed to pull it off with all the other great grandmasters, which was, and the easiest one was Picasso, because he uses very bold colors, doesn't he? In that painting I showed you. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Color picker, scribble, scribble, scribble. Color picker, scribble, scribble, scribble. Sorry if I'm repeating that, it gets annoying, right? So just do it quickly. Don't think even. Right, just do it quickly. Because you've laid down the first colors. Always try something different. You probably won't because you're beginning, right? But trust me, you learn a lot by doing things differently. And then you come across a technique just like I have. I'm thinking I've got a new technique here for a new stylistic way of doing a Pissarro, or maybe it's going to be my own unique style, who knows? Yeah, maybe I'll call it the Bertus technique. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Color picker. So remember, color picker, and then you land on somewhere, and then just make a few marks. So this is what you get, right? By doing that. Right, so we can see what I'm doing. Here is what we have, and here is with our scribbling. I'm just going to show you. Collecting a lot of the tones. You know, this is how I discovered block coloring. It was never done before. In fact, block coloring is unique. See that? Whenever you see and then just go to yours, and then if you don't like it, just carry on the areas that you haven't. See, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, looks like it's done, doesn't it? And then that green, again, color picker. There, done that, isn't it? See this area? Could do that. So this is what I'm doing here. Just want to show you. Basically, I'm moving this to here. So what I'm doing is moving to the halfway point so I can pick the color pickers, and then I'm moving to my drawing. And then in your drawing, you're going to pick the color picker, but you really want to transfer some of these colors that are the multitude of colors that are happening here, okay? And then you can see what, see, that's how we're getting the textures. There, just pick these colors. You're going to pick a darker green as well. Don't worry, it'll come. This is what happens as great painters always know their tools, how it works. They're no master, they're no slave to their tools like digital artists are. All a slave to the tools. And when you're a slave to the tools, you're just going to rely on the tools for everything. In fact, there was a very good article on Quora, which I responded to. It got a huge number of people putting their points of view across. It was related to art techniques. And then I joined in the conversation, and someone was talking about, I don't know if it was digital techniques, how important it was to painting. And then I mentioned how important in digital the techniques were. And people don't get it because they look at my painting and they think it's done traditionally. They just don't get it. But you know better now, don't you? Look, I'm following the lines. Nobody's going to get it unless they know. You can't even guess I'm doing this on the phone. Oh, look at these colors. And I can go use my button. See, I've added the scribble. Right. Giving some texture and details. We can look at it. See if we've managed to pick. This could be a new technique called scribble technique. Let's have a look. See how it's coming along? Yeah. It's working, isn't it? Then you can touch it up. We'll go across. I think we're going to be able to finish this painting at the rate I'm going. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, take your time. Don't work as fast as me, but try and work fast. You know, but don't be too slow and intricate and think, yeah, I've got to, oh, where shall I put the next painting or with the brush? This will really get you out of that rigid form of thinking that people come to when they want to do art. Art is very, very forgiving and naturalistic. I'm just going to go along doing this. Just a new method, just a different method of painting, nothing different. So keeping the scribbling marks. So as I'm scribbling, I'm actually building up different layers of tone, right? I'm trying to see how that has an overall impact on the paint. Yeah. So each time I'll do I'm following the brush strokes. Okay, see what that looks like, right? And then pick another color, pick another color, pick another color. And then just, the more I do that, the more I'm building up the tones. You know that, I've just shown you earlier, didn't I? Well, in first part. So if you want to be really quick, just stick it close to the color picker so you can access the. Oh, we're really getting to that, the woman, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look. That's coming together, isn't it? I'm quite happy with that. You'll see it improve each time as we keep adding more and more. So I'm going to do what the my developers told me to pick it up again and then resume. This is what we got up to, okay? So we're going to go here. Let's do this side. I think we're going to finish in one go. I'm quite confident that we can. Just he obviously used a very similar technique of a small brush, dipping like he's doing, you know, and with his traditional color, yeah, traditional brush, and then kept, yeah, it's taken him a long time to do that, to build these wonderful tonal ranges. We'll come to these little wonderful areas now, but when we get to it. Right now I'm just trying to lay down this scribbling technique all over. That's all I'm doing, scribbling technique, color picker, these are all the tools you need, right? Nothing else, and then just your ability to just keep doing this. It's not difficult, it's quite fun actually, you know, because you're looking forward to what the whole drawing is going to look. That's part of the reward of painting and drawing, because you're looking forward to how were the results of your creation, right? Just like Pissarro, when he did this, then he realized he had something, right? And then the whole world soon came to appreciate it. Funny how the art movement in its early years was like very much driven by the French. France is well known for its art culture, but then, even 50 years ago, but now it's the whole world, isn't it? Now that we have digital. So there's something, I would really like your feedback on some of this work that I'm doing, because it's nice to have people commenting how good it is, but it's so much better if you've done it, or if you had a chance to play with it and, do your own drawing and give me your opinion on that. Let's see, we're going to see what this left side of the thing looks. We're doing well for time, actually. I was a bit mistaken as to how. I believe we're going to finish it, keep with our, original goal that all I'm doing. I sort of captured some of these colors, and then I'm trying to keep some of that blue color. Okay, let's have a look. It's not bad, is it? It's coming together. This could be pasta for a Pissarro, isn't it? Who knows? Who knows? It's our own Pissarro, right? Just like we own the Vincent van Gogh sunflowers, right? Well, we did a good job with those sunflowers, isn't it? And you could do this easily. Yes, take your time. Yes. Keep adding these wonderful colors. Don't worry about the details. Just let your fingers or your stylus do the walking, yeah? Or the talking. Let's go across. So notice I'm following, now I'm moving more of a cross path. Have you noticed that? Before on the trees and bushes I was using scribble scribble. I'm no longer using that scribble scribble. I'm sort of using a cross path because it's trying to follow the fields. And the fields we know have come to be like that, doesn't it? Look at this, we're now getting close to that, the female. Let's see how this comes out. Now I can see. I think she was holding a bucket or something, I don't know. You can see what that looks like. Look, okay? That's our painting. So get some fused into this bevy of colors, right? Yeah, it looks good. See that there? Let's see here. Yeah, we just fix that. Then we can check. Yeah, we got a few colors. Yeah, this is ours. Then look what he's done on this side. He's got a shimmering, it's got a scribble, scribble, scribble type here. I'm going to use a scribble, 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 scribble. Then I'm leaving this side, this bar, right to the end, scribble, scribble, scribble. See that? Actually line one. So we can create the, and check this color and then just take it up. Let's see where we are with. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. Right, so we're just going to carry on, because this obviously, this area with the woman is not looking, it's like a square block, isn't it? So that's not nowhere near that. I'm not going to stop there. I'm just going to carry on, man. You know, don't get put off if something is not quite meeting your expectations. This is what painting is, right? Just keep doing it. And the beauty of digital, trust me, is that you can go over it again and again. There's no tooth like in paper or canvas. You have to wait for the canvas to dry. It looks like a hay there. Just follow your colors that you see here. So lovely. Right there. You gotta look at the whole composition. Don't make up your mind through just seeing little small elements. Look at the whole composition, how it's going to turn out. I'm sticking to the same strokes, even though I'm not using scribble so much, because I'm following the direction of the of the tone. You can see this one is going down towards the front, right? So that's what I'm doing, changing the direction. Yeah, I think we can finish this. Let's have a look at our painting, shall we? Yeah, it's getting better. So you see how it's improving. You know, you don't make too many snap decisions, okay? I'm gonna actually save this, and then I'm gonna open it up again, okay? Good. Don't have to give you the same explanation, isn't it? It gets boring, isn't it? So now let's have a look where we are. So let's fix this area because it looks a little untidy. So, and then you could just see how I'm heading back to scribble mode there. He obviously blended that quite nicely, and he's aware of that. These are techniques that he's already familiar with. So every time I go somewhere else, I pick the color picker. If I'm going far, you need to get those colors. Don't carry that color to another region. So can you see that? That elusive area here. Let's cover it up. Let's have a look. We're close to Pissarro, I would say. If you look far away, let's go back to any areas that you can see. Okay. Look at that. It's lovely, isn't it? Right. Now you can see this on the border here. You can see I'm not quite happy with that. I'm just gonna try. So before I was really close, obviously zoomed in. Now you can see. Right, now we can see here as well. We haven't got some of this area. So you obviously have the option of that's a little bit better, isn't it? And now let's look at these tones, the feels. He's got the feels very much as it should be. So we can get some of this. We've even got a shadow going on. Now let's see what we have. Yes, it's now looking like it's looking like a huge, she's holding her hand and coming up with a, it's not quite what we had. So we're going to do a different stylistic. Look at that, we've almost forgotten what. So we're going to do this. We're going to take it up a little bit, 66 let's say, and then take this down a little bit, right? And then we're going to really focus on these colors, right? So now we can do the same thing, right? Look at these, right? I think that may be a little too harsh. I'm going to change it to 50%. So notice what I'm doing. I'm just, that's a very small brush, right there. Right, so now I'm seeing Pissarro's, what he's intended, and my drawing, right? And then pick the colors that he's intended for that. And with a little bit more of a denser setting, right there. And then now we're doing more of what it's supposed to be, right? Even though it's not quite the same brush size, because we haven't got time. So notice what I'm doing here, right there. Right, she's got that beautiful bucket, and then a very dark color, quite a dark color going on, isn't it? Down the dress. Just doing that. We're actually pick the color picker just for randomly zoom. Okay, that's it. That's all you want. Pick another color and just put those, giving it shape, yeah? And then she's got the sunlight just beating on the back. There, can you see it? That's how we can tell the little things going on that make up the whole thing. And then we have this stripping sunlight. Look at this color. It's used sparingly, isn't it? And then we got this. Seems like a kennel, or should it be called a kennel? Could be. And then let's have a look. She's got a bucket going on here. So we're gonna see how the image is there. And then here we have some of the green going on. Bring that green down. So this is a good way of trying to match what's in there, and I'll just use the scribbling method. And then you've got that wonderful blue that goes down here. It's a dark color. It's not deliberately, it's not trying to create realism. It's basically trying to create shape, form, gives the illusion of actually a little bit. Then you can go there. green. Don't know if I picked that green, I did. And just carry that to the outside. Then now we're going a little bit probably outside your comfort zone. You may have trouble with this, but you know, you can come back to it and see what I'm doing. I'm doing this very quick because I'm good at drawing and painting. I'm not just a painter, I'm good at drawing and painting. So the more skills you have, the more you can apply. Yeah. Alright. There. And then let's see what we have here. Wow, look at these lovely luscious green. He's got that green coming up here. And then even that wonderful blue, cascade of blue falls down here. And how much of that blue goes in there as well? Carry that into that. So this is what we have. So you see how it's coming out like what Pissarro had meant it to be, isn't it? Isn't that amazing? I'm going to do just a little bit of attention to details. Though we haven't got his sort of a drizzly effect, if I can say that. The drizzly effect of, but we can still put details, giving it more life, exactly how Pissarro would have liked it. I'm sure he would look at this and say, well done. There's like this field is a bit more plowed together. Maybe the woman is bringing some sea or water, pail of water, the quenching, you know, the ground that's quenching with thirst. Okay, we don't know, do we? Have you noticed that the brush strokes are immediately getting bigger? I'm going to follow that. Yeah, he thought he could get away with it, but no, we're going to do what he's doing. Look at that. They're actually a lot bigger brush strokes, but they're also unique. You know, he goes over them. He doesn't, he crisscrosses them, so some of them look like, but he's definitely using a bigger brush strokes. And that's what we're going to do. That's there. See, what I'm doing is flicking through, now adding more shape features to this foreground area. It's got that blue going on again. So we switch between, and let's see if we can go up there. Different colors, right? And then we use, because we used a big broad brush, it's hard to different colors, so mixing. So we're mixing, knowing, so actually seeing the composition of the mixing, what's going on, right? Then he has this very little bit of green that's going on, right? Just a scribbly mark. Pick some of that color. Just anywhere where you can see needs a little bit of. You can actually use also your color palette. I recommend you use combination. Can you see that? There's something going on here. Just a little bit of a different color, and then there. See that? There's this sort of color going on here. Blue. So we're going to go over it a little bit. Don't worry, we'll finish in time. I'm capturing that blue. Can't seem to find the right color, so I go back to my color palette and pick the color. And if I ain't got it, my color palette will have it surely. Pick that green. Just crisscross that green. See where crisscrossing works? Right, all the way to the other side. Yeah, it's a good color too. Look, it almost looks like the water, isn't it? Although I don't think he meant it to be water. Let's add a little bit of that. That green. A little darker green. Yeah. Remember, you can build up the colors by going over it again. Don't forget that. I almost forgot that, actually. Build up the colors. Not just going over it. Like this. Is it managed to do that? Well, the front is looking like a Pissarro, doesn't it? Yep. Happy with that. Maybe what we can do is take, he's got a bit of a, maybe what we can do is just go with the bigger brush, 3%, take it to 40, and just, let me see what happens. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get the, not quite blended, but I know how to blend the sky, but he has obviously had a special effect on the sky, and I'm trying to capture that. Okay. He obviously meant it to be carry on. He meant the style to carry on even into the sky, to give it a feeling of completeness, right? He didn't mean it to be blended, but he's even got, it could be like these insects in a warm sky floating about. Yes, that's coming along. So that's what we'll do. So let me save this. And then we'll go for the last round, hey? What do you say? The last round of Pissarro's painting. There it is. So let's go ahead. Look at that. He's got such dark colors going on. I'm just going to keep selecting the, I'm just going to sort of, it's a form of blending, but it's also adding to the overall effect. It's not taking away, it was not separating. He didn't intend the sky to be a complete separation from the, don't think, from the rest of his painting. He wanted to be part of it as much as the ground is part. And he did that with carrying some of his techniques into the sky. He's obviously given a lot of thought to this painting. We're just trying to get the effects close to what he intended without making it look too obvious. Let's see, that's not bad. Oh yeah, pretty good, isn't it? It almost looks like what he's intended, right? Let's see. There, let's do some of that. Some of this here. There, I'm okay with that actually. Remember, yeah, I'm quite okay with that. So now I'm going to improve a little bit on the brush. Seen that how it is? I'm going to take it down. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just using my intuition in a way. And then I've taken it maybe 50%. And then just oops, I'm not even looking at my drawing. Right. And then we can see what we have here. That's it. There we need some techniques there. Something there so it doesn't look like. Right there. So add some of these intricate brush strokes. So I'm going to actually take it down a bit, take it up a little bit, so you can see if I'm getting the right strokes. Right, you can see here. Picking the colors. This is very important. You can see what I'm doing. Just bringing out more of the effects similar to what he's intended. You can see there's some beautiful bright colors which we didn't capture in the first instance. And we need to capture that. So we've just gone 5 minutes over, but that's all right. I'm sure you're here thinking this is all worth it. You can see what that looks like, right? Just add a little bit of that dollop, that color. That's what he does, isn't it? You can take some of that bush. Bush here. some of this colors, deep colors that it's got going on here. What do we have here? There. And then here, got this colors going on. It's not quite blue. It's got some yellow. Almost like the river bed, isn't it? River edge. Look, it's got that dark crevice here. Let's see if we can pull it off. And then we can improve, of course, other areas. Let's see it. What's the actual color? Get that, this color. Get the shape. Let's see what that looks like. That's a bit better, isn't it? Managed to create that bushy area. Now let's finish this little patch here, right? Yeah, it's a little bland. It looks a little too bland. So still sticking to the scribbly effect. And then here, almost looks like a clearing area that he intended. Let's see if we can just add a little bit of that texture there. And look at this area here. These sort of improvements that you can do. So just stretch it like this. Yeah. You can see a lot of areas that you can improve. Just go to your area and then do the same thing, right? Use the same color and then just beef it up with darkness by going over it again. Tone, right? Give it multiple tones. Sort of a border here. Right, what have we got here now? And what have we got here? Same colors. Okay, that was just adding these textures like that. I'm scribbling really fast. Obviously, you don't have to do that exactly. See that area there as well? We haven't covered that. Again. And carry some of that colors. And then pick another color. That's it. That's all you need to do. And here, same thing. Remember, I'm trying to do this in a record time, so you have to give me some credit. Okay, there. It's not a dark area here. I'll shift it up here. Okay, and then here. Anywhere you see that needs a little bit of touch up. There, you can see here, drag some of the green here next to it. Try and drag some of the colors and create that texture. Don't be afraid. Right there, let's have a look. Pick this color, just drag it into that. Well, that's all you need. Take away these areas that look a little bit man-made, isn't it? Let's have a look. Whoa, that is really not bad at all. A Pissarro. That looks just like a Pissarro. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving too much credit to myself. But I think I've done a good job here. Don't know what you think. There you are. That's a Pissarro, and we did in a good time, actually. I'm going to leave it at that. I think what we need to do with this is carry on this tree, this wonderful tree, make it like Pissarro intended it. Right there. All right then. So we're going to sign it here. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. He might think that this is his own painting, but little does he know. There's a little elf at work. So I'm going to sign this. Let's pick a darker color here. I signed it, Paintology. Let's take it up here. Oops, that's too harsh. Let's take it up to, yeah, okay, let's leave it. Paintology. Because that's the Pissarro and Paintology. So people will know that's not a Pissarro, that's Paintology. Anyway, there you are, another great master painting. You can see there are areas that needs to be done here, like for example, you can see all kinds of little areas. We go over it, but we got the basics of it. We got the essence of it, I think you would agree. And that's the most important thing, getting the essence. So this one, again, done to completion. Hope you like it. Hope you've learned something as much as I have. And please do subscribe and follow me on paintology.quora.com, and also bookmark my live stream page on Paintology. And then, of course, the two YouTube channels. There's many videos you can browse over and go through just to your heart's content, just to show you that digital drawing is not about tools, it's about techniques. And you're not going to do it with tools alone on this, are you? And how many times did we access blending tools, brushes and all that? I just kept one brush. Yeah, the line brush, changing the density and then zooming in. So I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope to bring you another one tomorrow. So please stay posted and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.